Would it be a mistake for the Pistons to hold on to Bojan Bogdanović while his value is so high?
Listen, if the Pistons decided to trade Bojan, I get it. If they decide not to trade him, I get it too. Like I mentioned before, they certainly have interest in being good rather than later. And if that's the case, you can't keep trading good players for draft picks or young players. That's just not conducive to building a winning team. I think Bojan has way more. Well, assuming he plays he doesn't have to play this well, but assuming he plays like even 80% of how he's playing, he'll have a good amount of value next year too. If the Pistons want to try to be a play-in team next year, I'm just not sure where they get a guy like Bojan in between now and then. So on a friendly contract, still at the very least, if he's not as efficient at putting the ball on the ground, like he'll be a good spot-up shooter for a long time. They only have him under contract for 2 years. If the Pistons want to be good, which we all know that they do, they don't want to keep rebuilding forever. It would be wise to keep a good basketball player.
What about you, Anthony?
That's kind of like I was kind of saying like how you had to build a foundation, and I thought he was a foundation piece, like him and Alec Burks to me. I think are veterans that are impactful, and you could flip them if you wanted to. Like you could probably get a good return on Bojan because I think his value around the league right now, a lot of contending teams need shooting like he does provide. But I just think, like you said, if you do want to win, you need players like Bojan and Alec Burks on your bench, in your locker room with a really young team. I mean, like if you take them out of the roster in general, I mean, they're one of the youngest teams in basketball. And like you need impactful veterans to, help this team grow and try to get to a play-in maybe next year. Because I know, like you said, they eventually want to start winning. Like rebuilding usually takes 3 to 5 years, and we'd be going into year 4 next year. So and they're going to have a lot of cap space. So I know whether it's, in trades, this deadline, maybe they trade for guys like, I don't know, maybe a Karis LeVert or something. That's something that I would love to see, honestly. But
yeah, my thing with the Karis thing is like, I think it made sense before Alec. It's like now it's like they're kind of one and the same. And Karis would cost a little bit more.
A little bit.
Yeah, I'm in the same school of thought as you guys, though, when it comes to Bojan. Like, I don't think it would be a mistake if the Pistons held on to him, because I agree with Anthony. You got to have a foundation for this team to win, and Bojan, to me, is a guy that he's a solid building block, even though he is 32, 33 years old, which is ancient, for professional basketball. It's just, man, his skills and, like, what he can do on a basketball floor, it ages so well that he's still going to be effective, probably even a couple seasons down the line. So I don't think it would be a mistake. I don't, like I said earlier, like I love first round picks, but they don't play for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather watch Bojan than wait for a first round pick. So I don't think it's a mistake. I'd rather see him play, but